Hello, my name is Kristina Kaiser, and in 2007, the love of God came in the form of our entire small group praying through the night in the Cambridge Hospital emergency waiting room. We were kind of young back then. I had just graduated grad school. Our families were 1,200 miles away, and I had just found out that I was newly pregnant, which should have been so exciting. But the reality was I was in a lot of pain, and so we had asked our small group to pray for us. Now, I was young, and I saw myself as being kind of tough, and so I thought, I'm just going to power through this, which turned out to be a really bad idea because it wasn't a miscarriage. It turned out the baby was stuck in the fallopian tube. And so when that fallopian tube inevitably exploded, we needed to call 911, which led to firemen, by the way, standing on our doorstep with axes, ready to take that door out. I ended up in an ambulance. Dominic followed along in a car behind, calling our old small group along the way to let them know we had a new prayer request. And you'll notice I just said old small group. It had been just a couple days before that we had done this whole prayer time. Dominic and I were about to start a small group, and so they had prayed for us and blessed us and sent us off, which made me feel embarrassed that now I had these needs and we were asking for something more. But they saw it differently. We weren't just old small group members. We were family. And so all 6 of them showed up in that waiting room to pray, and it was a long night. I didn't go into surgery until well after 4 a.m. And I only got to see a couple of them, and just for a couple of moments at that. But as we got to share briefly, we started to realize their moments of the most intense prayer had coincided with moments where we would finally get some kind of an answer about what was going on in my body, because things were not good and we did not know what was going on. We were so scared and we didn't know what to do. And so as we talked, it became clear their prayers were coinciding with action on the other side of the doors. And that was a huge thing to recognize. But I learned something kind of even bigger than that for me that night. I learned what it looked like to experience this love from a family that you weren't born into. What it looks like for love to carry through changes in relationship. What it looks like for love to sacrifice for another. And so, when people ask me, how do you experience the love of God? I often say I experience it through others. And so when I think about Reservoir, many people continue to be like family to me. We hold each other up, and we do it even when it's the middle of the night, and we have work in the morning.